it's Cathy with inkingitupwithcathy.com, and I'm back with another card to show you today. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of my customers who don't like to color. And so this is a tip on how to create this card without doing a lot of coloring. Now there is a lot of prep on the front side for it, but then once you get done, it can be used multiple times. So first of all, what we're going to use for this card is the Free as a Bird stamp set and the stitch nested labels, and it's going to be this largest one here, and then also I'm going to be using the two largest of the stitched rectangle dies. For cardstock, I'm going to be using Flirty Flamingo and then Whisper White, and the Whisper White is going to be cut into this large stitched nested label, and then the second one is going to be cut with this second smallest stitched rectangle to this size here. And I've gone ahead and colored, or I'm sorry, stamped the bird and the leaves for the inside on this card today. So the first thing is, as you can see, this is a little bit smaller, and what I've done is I've taken the largest stitched rectangle and place it so that at the top the lines, the top fold is inside of the cut line and pretty much just right at those stitched lines, just like this. And then I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine, and that's going to cut it out to be this size here. Okay, so let me show you on the birds. So the first thing I'm going to do is with Memento ink, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the birds and stamp them here. And while I set that aside for a few minutes, I'm going to show you what I do for fast coloring. So what I've done is I've taken some old retired cardstock, and this is great if you have any retired cardstock laying around. And I've stamped the images however many times I want layers. So for an example, I'm going to want a bird to be two-toned, so that's 2 layers. And then the flowers are actually going to be the same color as this second tone, so that will stay at 2. And then I need the green, so that's 3, and then the branch, that's 4. So I'll need 4 of the birds stamped. And as you can see, we've actually used these. And what I've done is stamped, and then using a small hole punch to get started, I used my scissors and I fussy cut out the bird portions that I want to be colored. This is for the highlighting, so of the bird's bellies, and then also the flowers. So as you can see, I've cut those out on this one. On this one, I've cut the leaves out, and then on this one, I've cut the branch. And I just keep these with my stamps, and they're ready to go. So on this bird, I wanted his body and then the accent color. And then here is for my leaves, and then for the 2 other flowers. So for coloring, then I just use daubers, and my colors that I'm going to be using today are So Saffron, didn't want to open, Flirty Flamingo, Pear Pizzazz. And Soft Suede. And as you can see, I've taken my label maker and put labels on all of my daubers so that the same color is on them. Okay, so let's color these little birds. And I'm going to start with the one that has the full birds. I'm going to line that up with the birds and take some of the So Saffron and just dauber around and color those birds. That quick and easy. And then we want to get some highlight and the flowers. So we're going to match up, and I use the flowers for matching it up. That's easiest for me. And get some Flirty Flamingo ink. I'm going to start with the flowers. So as you can see, in a class or in a workshop, this will actually go quite quickly. And if you have 2 daubers, it will even go that much quicker. So now I'm putting in the color at the base of the birds. And I'm not going too dark, but what you're going to see is you're going to see actual lines, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back with this one and line it back up on the birds. And without adding any more ink to our dauber, we're just going to work it around down near the bottom, but kind of blend it upward and blend out those real stark lines that you've got, so that nobody can tell that's what you've done. Just like that. And as you can see, it just looks perfectly blended. Now we're going to come with the leaves and put them down with Pear Pizzazz. And when you're trimming, you want to make sure that you trim at kind of the outside edge of your stamped image so that there aren't areas where it doesn't get, like here and here. So I can come back and adjust my line just a little bit to get those a little bit better. Just like that. And then finally, we're going to take the one that has the cutout for the branch and line it up. Give our birds a branch to rest on. So that quick and easy, we've colored this entire scene except for their little beaks. And I'm just going to take my, let's see, this is my light soft suede, and just touch on their beaks, just like that. And they are ready to go. So now we have our card that we cut out. Oh, we need to do our sentiment. So I've got "We're the best of friends," but I want it just to say "the best of friends." And so I'm going to take my classic label punch and come in, and I'm going to kind of take it so that I just have "the best of friends" instead of "we're the best of friends." Kind of center that and punch. And then I'll take this and put it in here so that I can kind of match the amount at each side, the edge. Come on. There we go. And I'll punch that side, and there we go. So I've got the best of friends now. And I've gone ahead and done the coloring on the leaves and the bird for the inside using the same technique with these two for the bird and this one for the leaves. Okay, so this goes on the inside of our cut card. Just like that. Okay, so to assemble the front of the card, we're going to take these leaves that I fussy cut out and put a little liquid glue. And they are going to go up in this top corner like that. And then our birds will have some dimensionals. And they'll go here. And this flower will go right there. And then for these two, I'm going to get my mini dimensionals. And this one's going to get a double stack. And whoops. And be placed right there. And then the best of friends is going to stick out over here. And so at this end I'll double stack, and at this end it'll be a single stack. So down here at this end I'll double stack it. And then at this end it'll be a single. And let's put it up just a little bit more. And there we go. And there's our little card with our pretty little birds. So I hope you enjoyed that card and that tip on coloring your birds. And I will see you again with another video in the coming weeks.